The big story we're breaking tonight, a new clash between the Congress and the BJP over the government's choice of yet another retiring bureaucrat for a plum posting. NDTV has accessed a dissent note from the BJP against the appointment of the former NIA director SC Sinha as a member of the National Human Rights Council, saying it's disappointing that at least 2 places on the panel have been reserved for bureaucrats and police officers, and that the possibility of future favour has compromised the autonomy and independence of major investigative bodies. For more, my colleagues Barkha Dutt and Rahul Srivastav join me at this time. Barkha, first to you, we believe you have actually accessed the contents of this dissent note. Can you share the details with us?
That's right, Maya. NDTV bringing you these exclusive details of the dissent notes written by both Arun Jaitley and Sushma Swaraj, the leaders of opposition, against the appointment of SC Sinha of the National Investigative Agency to a position on the National Human Rights Commission. The argument made by Arun Jaitley first in his dissent note, the copies of which you can see now on your screen. Arun Jaitley makes the argument that as soon as there is a post-retirement favour, as it was, as soon as there is a post-retirement posting that is to be procured, an officer cannot possibly perform his functions independently. That's the argument he makes in his detailed dissent note, in which he cites several previous examples, Maya, of other heads of investigative agencies, naming 3 who have been appointed to post-retirement positions. All 3 of these named in Arun Jaitley's dissent notes, of course, have been CBI chiefs. He names AP Singh and Ashwini Kumar, among others, whom he says have headed these investigative agencies and then got these post-retirement posts. Sushma Swaraj's dissent note makes a different sort of argument, but a connected argument. She too strikes a dissent with the appointment of SC Sinha to a position on the National Human Rights Commission, saying that on this panel, 1 post each has already been bagged by the IAS and the IPS, and this is a body that, according to her dissent note, would be served better by women, by journalists, by human rights activists, by, let's say, tribals from the northeast. She wants people on the margins or people who have been in a position of activists actually to be brought into this panel. Now, what if you see the totality of these 2 dissent notes together, what you're hearing from the BJP is, in a sense, brings back a deja vu of what happened with PJ Thomas when the BJP had opposed his appointment to the post of CVC. Eventually, the Supreme Court did strike down that appointment, but the government pushed ahead anyway. Right. We believe, according to our sources, that that's what the government is doing with SC Sinha as well.
Right. Barkha, stay with us. Rahul also joins us for more on the perspective from the BJP. Rahul, Barkha is pointing out this is not the first time the BJP has also created this kind of opposition to government appointments for panels, referring earlier, in fact, to an earlier opposition to the NHRC panel as well. Was this dissent note expected? Did we see it coming? Is it a sign of things to come, actually, as far as the political scenario is concerned and the war between the Congress and the BJP hotting up now in the run-up to 2014?
Maya, these are the 2 dissent notes, one by Mr. Arun Jaitley and one by Sushma Swaraj. They are basically very clear, distinct dissent notes. But the element which is very important is that it is perhaps the BJP, through these dissent notes, has constructed or perhaps added to a argument, political argument it has been trying to construct against the UPA government. It perhaps, as Barkha mentioned, started at the time when the 2G scam started, and after the issue of Mr. PJ Thomas being appointed the CVC. The BJP has been building a case against the government. There have been too many scams. This is a corruption-tainted government. After that, the next argument the BJP added, that the investigating agencies controlled by the government, like the CBI and others, haven't been doing a good job. Perhaps they have been acting as an extension or an arm of the government, have never displayed any sense of neutrality. After that comes the next argument, that it is perhaps the neutrality is being compromised by the government by the very fact that the government dangles the carrot of a post-retirement job in front of these officials who are presently serving directors. 4 directors the government has appointed since the UPA came to power. 3 of them have been given plum postings after retirement. So if you look at it, the entire argument is that there is corruption. There is no proper probe, and how can there be a proper probe if the government keeps giving these kind of extensions? It is actually compromising the neutrality of the agencies. Also, it was expected, because the BJP has taken a tough stand when it submitted an amendment to the Lokpal bill, when it talked about the fact that the CBI director should have the security of a tenure, but also there should be no post-retirement job for him, because that will compromise investigations. If you look at all these elements, perhaps the BJP is trying to create not only an argument against these appointments, but creating a larger argument against, or charge against this government, that there is no fair dealings and there is no fair probe.